What's new, Northwest Arkansas? It's Randy Wilburn. I'm excited to be here with you today. Got a new episode of the show. I'm in my new office. Can you believe that? I'm here in downtown Rogers. I'm really excited to be here, and just a lot's happening. But anyway, I want to jump into today's episode because I have a lot to share with you, and I only have a few minutes to share it. So, first of all, I want to just give a big shout out to the folks over at Ozcast. I had them on my show this week. I had Mario Trocoso and Lisa Marie Evans on the episode. It was episode 110 of the podcast. You got to check it out. You can find it wherever podcasts can be found. You can also ask Alexa to play the podcast for you. There's a lot of different things that you could do to listen to this podcast. I would love for you to follow us on any of the podcasting platforms that you prefer to use. If you're not familiar with them, hit us up. We'll be happy to walk you through the process of how you listen to this on a regular basis. But these guys had a great story to share. Ozcast is a great episodic program featuring artists, both local and nationally recognized artists that usually are underrepresented in creative spaces. And so these guys have done a great job putting folks out there, and you just need to check it. The first 15 episodes of the first season are done. You can just go to ozcast.art and check it out for yourself. Let us know what you think about it, and subscribe because the new season will be out soon. So definitely want to encourage you to check that out. And that's episode 110 of the podcast, and you can always find it online. Just go to iamnorthwestarkansas.com / and then whatever the episode number you want to listen to, that's all you have to do. So in this case, it's episode 110. So, and then the next thing I want to mention is the fact that the men's basketball team is number 8 in the nation. Go Arkansas men's basketball. So excited. I was telling somebody a while back that I was actually a huge Razorback fan back in the Nolan Richardson days when they should have won back-to-back national championships. But they did get one thanks to Scotty Thurman and the rest of the gang. And I just want to give a shout out to the Hogs and Coach Eric Musselman. We're hoping to get him on this podcast soon in the very near future once the season's over. So we'll see what happens. But they are seeded number 2 in the SEC championship. They play tonight. This video is being recorded on Friday, so they play this evening. I think it's either the late game or the second to last game during the SEC championship in Nashville. And then they'll wait to find out what their seeding is for March Madness, which starts next week in Indiana. So should be exciting few weeks of basketball and competition. And we're certainly going to be calling those Hogs on a regular basis. So woo pig. The next thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard about these non-fungible tokens, but I said, I might as well share these with folks and see what they think about it. I know for me, I had a hard time getting my head around it because we're talking about digital assets and how people are now selling them online. This picture that I have up here was actually created by an artist named Beeple. He's that's not his real name, but that's what he goes by, and he does digital art. He just sold this painting or this piece of art, digital art, as a non-fungible token at a Christie's auction house earlier this week for $69 million. That's a lot of money. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting. You can read about non-fungible tokens. They are assets that are verified using blockchain technology, think cryptocurrency. And it's a way for you to authenticate the art so that if somebody sells you a digital piece of art, you know and can verify that this is authentic, it's yours, and nobody can replicate it. And if they do try to replicate it, there is a chain of ownership and information in the blockchain that allows you to keep track of that. So it's going to be interesting to see where these NFTs go, and that's what they stand. That's what non-fungible token stands for, NFT. So when you're thinking about this, if you still don't understand this, I want to tell you that your kids that play Fortnite and other stuff like that, when they buy skins, like when Travis Scott was featured on Fortnite, that skin that they were selling for Travis Scott, that's like a NFT. It's a very unique digital property. And so your kids are already buying NFTs if they do Roblox, if they do Minecraft, and if they do Fortnite. But when we're going to see how this thing blows up. Some guy paid $213,000 for a 10-second LeBron James video. And he owns that video and nobody else can copy it. I mean, you could probably see it on YouTube, but he owns it. It's kind of interesting. So the NBA has gotten involved with this. Disney's about to get involved with this. So NFTs are going to become a household name soon. So remember, you heard it here first. The next is continue to support our local bars and restaurants as we get closer to the end of this pandemic. I want to encourage you, if you still don't feel comfortable going out, try to support our restaurants by getting takeout. You can go get a growler full of ale or beer or whatever your choice of drink is at many locations, including Ozark Natural Foods. So I really want to encourage you guys to continue to support our local bars and restaurants because we're not out of the woods yet. Neither on the pandemic side or on the work side when it comes to service workers in the Northwest Arkansas community. So I want to encourage you to continue to get out and support our local entities. Now, what's new NWA, you ask? NWA Gives. I want to ask you to think about supporting your local nonprofit on April 8th, 2021. One thing about Northwest Arkansas is we are some of the most generous people out there. And this is an opportunity for you to give back to the community that gives so much. And so it's a one-day event. They'll be raising as much money as they can. They raised about $500,000 last year that went to over 200 nonprofits in our local community. So I'm going to be talking more about this in the future on the podcast. I really want to encourage you to get involved with NWA Gives. The next thing is if you have an event to promote, you can let us know right here on the podcast. We would love to check with you. You can also send us an email and say, hey, hello at iamnorthwestarkansas.com and say, hey, Randy, I'd love for you guys to promote our event. How do we do that? And we'll give you all the information and let you know how you can get involved with that. There's a lot of new things happening at I Am Northwest Arkansas. The next thing is that Signature Bank, I said this last week, is our new sponsor for the podcast. We're so excited to be partnering with Gary Head and the rest of the great folks at Signature Bank. They've got locations throughout Northwest Arkansas. It is the community bank to end all community banks. So, if you're looking for a bank, if you're a little unsatisfied with where you bank now, I would encourage you to consider Signature Bank as a place to park your cash and have a real banking relationship. These guys are amazing. If you do happen to go to Signature Bank, let them know that you heard about us here. You heard about them here first on the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast, and we would really appreciate that. Finally, next week we have a great episode, episode 111. Can't believe we're already on episode 111. We're going to have Chef Neil Gray from The Preacher's Son. He's coming on. He's going to share a little bit about how things have changed at The Preacher's Son, but they're still the same in the sense that the food is insane. So where Matt Cooper left off, Neil Gray picked up, and he's taking the baton and running with it. And I'm telling you, the culinary scene needs to be put on notice because this dude knows what he's doing. So please listen in this Monday, hear all about Neil, his wife and kids, and how they came from Midtown Manhattan and came all the way here to Northwest Arkansas. And he's a homeboy too, because he's from Arkansas. So, he's coming back to his roots, and we're so excited to feature him and The Preacher's Son. I got to tell you, we went and had a meal a couple of weeks ago. Insane, folks. If you've never been, you need to go. Finally, you can follow us online in a lot of places. Facebook, LinkedIn, you can check us out. Just look up I Am Northwest Arkansas and you'll find us. Follow us and like our Facebook page. You can follow us on Instagram. and also on LinkedIn. For those of you that more are inclined to talk about business related things, LinkedIn might be the better place to follow us. But regardless, if you follow us, you're going to see all the things that we're working on in the local community. Our goal here is to continue to expand the brand of what Northwest Arkansas is all about, both for those that are already here as well as those that are coming here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but before the pandemic, there was about 32 plus new people a day moving to Northwest Arkansas. I'd be interested to know what that number is now during the pandemic and when that number gets back up to that level again after the pandemic. But people are moving here nonetheless. We've got to get ready for them. We've got to put the welcome mat out, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing here at I Am Northwest Arkansas. So I really want to encourage you, support what we're doing, share our material, whatever way you consume information. We've probably got a platform that we're on that we will disseminate information that way. So we certainly encourage you to check us out. Again, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're also on Twitter, but I just wanted to focus on these threes, and we would love for you guys to check us out. That's all I have for you this week. We're getting acclimated to our new digs here in downtown Rogers. We're right here by the Pelfrey's location where the Rabbit Company is. Pelfrey's has been around for 110 years. I just want to give a big shout out to Brian Bonk and his team and all the cool stuff that they're doing in this area. There's so much work being done here. This road is going to lead directly to the new Walmart campus when it's built. There's a lot happening. Come visit downtown Rogers. Come check out Onyx Coffee. Yayo's just opened up right around the corner from Onyx Coffee. I don't know if it's in, I think it might still be in the 1907 building as well, but Raphael is doing his thing, and I think they're just open for dinner right now, but you need to come down here and check it out and support our local businesses here in Rogers, also in Bentonville, in Springdale. Got a lot of things coming up with downtown Springdale that we're going to be partnering up with them on the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast. I look forward to that. And I got a few other really cool episodes coming up. So you're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to subscribe to the podcast and also subscribe to these weekly videos. And we're going to continue to expand these and try to make them the best version that we can. I'm still running over 12 minutes. I'm going to get them down below 10 and maybe below that, but I'd love your feedback. Do you like this length? Is this cool for you? If not, let me know. I would love to hear from you. If you say, hey, Randy, we love you, man, but I just need 5 minutes of you, not 12, then, the more feedback that we get, the more that we will modify and change this. It's not all about me. I want to deliver information and news and insight that is helpful to everybody here in Northwest Arkansas. I also appreciate you guys. And I also thank you for all the great shout outs that we got. We were featured on Good Day NWA. I got to sit in with Jason Sewell yesterday. Jacqueline House was out, and she's on vacation getting some much needed rest, and Jason asked me to come in and sit in with him, and I was on several sections for about 10 or 15 minutes on the show, so you can see it online. It's also on our Facebook page, but I appreciate Jason Sewell. Big shout out to KNWA and everything that those guys are doing to continue to make Northwest Arkansas an amazing place. That's all I have for you this week. I've got to run. I've got a lunch appointment to get to. You guys have a great weekend. I know we're expecting some rain, but I will see you right here next Friday. Peace.